What's up, everybody? Jose Ortiz here with PetRockMedia.com, and this footage is coming straight out of the camera from the Osmo Pocket that I did a live unboxing on. The audio coming out of this thing is pretty good considering this is onboard mic. There's two microphones. There's one facing right towards me, right above the record button, and then there's one on the bottom, right by the USB Type-C charging port. Right now I have it on follow, and it's following my face, so if I turn the camera this way, it's going to follow my face as best as it can, and as I go by, it's going to follow my face, so the camera's kind of turning with it. I have it doing slow follow, so that way it looks more cinematic, because it can go like really, really fast, the gimbal, and then it doesn't give it that cinematic look. It goes like really, really fast. But if that's something that you want, you know, if you've got kids running around and you're wanting them to track it, you double tap on the screen where you want this thing to follow, and it'll double tap or double flash green, and then it'll start following whatever you just double tapped on it. So if I try to turn it outside, see how it doesn't go? It keeps my face in, and if I try to turn it this way, it's going to try to get me as fast as possible. So far this thing is pretty awesome. If you're going to be filming in 24p, right now this is filming in 4K 24p, 24 frames a second. I'm going to highly recommend, and I'm going to have to purchase some of these myself if I'm going to film outside. Right now it is a very overcast day, super gray as you can tell. Let me turn it off the follow. And all you got to do is just tap on the screen and it stops. And then you can kind of push it this way. See? So it's pretty blown out, the day today. It's not really the sun. The sun's not really going to come out today. Let me do follow again. Just double tap. There we go. It says face track on, and now it's going to follow me everywhere it goes. But yeah, so what I would highly recommend is getting some ND filters. They do sell some that are magnetic, and they just kind of go right on top of the sensor, of the screen. If you're familiar with the Mavic drone, I did a video on some filters that I was planning on using roughly this time last year when we went to Colorado as a family, but it was so incredibly windy that I was never able to fly the drone without it having going everywhere, and I didn't want to risk losing the drone, so I never really flew it. I think I tried one time, and the footage, everything was moving around, and I didn't want to lose the drone, so I landed it and never really pulled it back out again. But I did an unboxing on some filters that are circular, because that particular camera is circular. This one's more kind of curved rectangular, and so they sell some ND filters, and I'm going to be doing some research, because there are some. I'm a big Polar Pro fan, but there are some other ones out there that some fellow YouTubers have done some videos on, so I'm going to do a little bit more research, find out which one's the best, and then since this really isn't going to be used too much for cinematic purposes, if you will, I may not get the super duper awesome ones that people use as like a B-roll camera or things like that. But just wanted to show you some test footage. Just wanted to show you how cool this thing follows. Pretty awesome. And then right now I have it on kind of like facing forward. There's a button here. So there's two main buttons on the camera. There's a record button, and then there's kind of like a shutter button, if you will. And if I tap it 3 times, it turns and faces forward. And see, that's right now I'm shooting at 24 frames a second with a shutter speed of 1/50th of a second and ISO at 100. So even with that, because of the day, it is so blown out you really can't see anything. And if I bring you into the car, it gets better because it's darker in here, because we have some pretty dark tint. See? So the footage can get pretty good in here, but if I'm filming outside and I'm wanting to constrain to having those proper settings, the 50 frames per second, 100 autofocus, 100 ISO, and shooting at 24p, then it's really, and if you double tap the buttons again, it flips back. There. So, and then it turns back face tracking, because it remembers what you last face tracked, and it finds me and it goes. But yeah, so I'm gonna have to be buying some of those filters, because I'm gonna want to be shooting in days like this. And here in Texas, this has been the weather for the past probably a month or so. So it's something that you're definitely going to want to consider if your shooting situations are similar to this. But once again, guys, just wanted to go quick, kind of show you what the footage looks like. on the Osmo Pocket, the DJI Osmo Pocket. So far, I'm loving this thing. This thing starts up ridiculously quick. Shoots pretty good footage right now. Again, this is 4K at 24 frames. I got a 128 gigabyte card in here from SanDisk, and everything's been working really well. So I'm going to continue to do some more test shots. All right, peace out, guys.